draws the walk, and now Becca Lee, who also had an RBI double last inning, will get a chance with runners on first and second to maybe add some insurance runs for these Pontiac Indians.
Yes, Pontiac getting the heart of the lineup here with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
That ball low, now 1-0. As Benner was grooving in this inning, but a little danger on the bases right now. That's a good pitch there. Walks on the count.
Yeah, with 2 outs. Walks will hurt you anytime, but definitely with 2 outs. And you've got Pontiac's one of their best hitters.
Becca Lee hits one into left field. That's going to send Maddie Denardi home, and she scores to make it 5-3. So a big insurance run for the Pontiac Indians with 2 outs. Becca Lee comes through again for the second straight inning.
Pontiac definitely making the most of their opportunities here with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. And that'll definitely help you in a lot of ball games.
We have a courtesy runner over at first. That'll be Miranda Fitzsimmons once again, running for the catcher Becca Lee. And Julie Hogan finds left field, and Coach Rock is going to hold Emily Wirtz up at third. So now the bases are loaded here with 2 outs.
Pontiac thinking better going home this inning. Last time they were up to bat, had a rally going. Runner was thrown out at home, so learn from the past and see if they can't make more this inning. The base is loaded.
Yeah, I think Wirtz wanted to give it a shot, but good throw home. Would appear, even though it got away from the catcher, Shayna Phillips, and now Kylie Clarity steps in. The lefty left fielder takes ball 1. Bottom of the 5th inning. 2 outs, 5-3 in favor of Pontiac. Streator scored the first 3 runs. And Pontiac has scored 4 in the 4th, 1 here in the 5th. The ball outside now, 2-zip the count.
And if you're Streator, you need strikes here from Benner. No place to put this runner. And then in a 2-0 count here, definitely a hitter's count.
That ball smacked to right field. That's going to be snagged by the right fielder, Jessica Zavada. So
great running catch.
Put a charge into this one, but Zavada makes a nice catch to get out of the inning, but not before Pontiac gets a big insurance run. And they lead at 5-3 over Streator as we head to the 6th. You're watching high school softball on MC 22.
Hi, I'm John Schneider. Tune into the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals Telethon. We'll share inspiring stories of medical miracles that are happening right now. You'll see how your support makes a difference in the lives of sick and injured children near you. With your support, we can ensure that life-saving services are available to every child. Watch the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals Telethon.
Help the kids at UI Children's Hospital. Tune in to MediaCom MC22 June 1st and 2nd.
Mid-American Energy is putting the power to use energy more efficiently in our hands, helping with the big things and pointing out the little things that add up to make a difference, like cleaning lint traps, changing furnace filters, and using smart power strips. With Mid-American, energy efficiency is always within reach. The power's in our hands. With Mid-American Energy.
Top of the 6th inning now. Pontiac leads Streator 5-3. The Indians getting a big insurance run in the 5th inning, and now Streator, who led for the first part of this game, now needs a couple runs to tie this ball game up. It'll be Michaela Greenwood, excuse me, that steps in to lead things off here in the 6th inning. The third baseman has had a lot of action on the hot corner. Now she's going to be counted on to get on base and provide some offense for the Streator Bulldogs ball club.
Indeed, Greenwood made some good contact early on, but Hogan's really settled in here these past few innings.
Michaela fouls one, just fouled, so 0-2 to count to Michaela Greenwood. And Julie Hogan, after a rough start in the first inning, giving up 2 runs and then another run in the third, has really settled down the last couple of innings. 1, 2, 3 in the 4th and the 5th.
Making the most of the lead she's been given.
The 0-2 outside.
Throwing a lot more strikes, but it's always a lot easier to be more aggressive when you're working with the lead than trying to come back from behind. And offense did a good job of getting the lead. She can go to work.
And that'll be strike 3 as Julie Hogan racks up her 4th strikeout of the day. And Michaela Greenwood goes down swinging. Now it's up to Shelby Schmitz, who steps in. The first baseman with a couple of RBIs on the afternoon. That ball inside. She had an RBI double in the 1st and an RBI double in the 3rd.
Schmitz really saw the ball well early on. Has really done the most damage against Hogan so far here today.
Ball up in the zone for a strike. Took a little something off of that.
Yes, she did. Good job mixing up pitches. And
the 1-1 smack foul. Just out in front of that one. So 1-2 in favor of Julie Hogan as she faces Shelby Schmitz. Schmitz looking down third base line at Coach Kelly Coons. And Julie Hogan finding her room. There's Coach Coons in the coach's box. That ball popped up and a can of corn for catcher Rebecca Lee. So 2 outs now, as that's a big out for Julie Hogan.
yeah, great pitch by Julie Hogan. Changeup you see there, had the hitter way out front, almost lunging for it. Caused pop up right back to the catcher.
Designated player Amanda Phillips steps in. And that ball hit deep to left field, but that'll be snagged by Kylie Clarity. So an easy inning for the Pontiac Indians. Shooter goes down, and it'll be the Indians coming up in the bottom half of the 6th, leading 5-3 here on MC.
Running etiquette number 1, know your place. Running etiquette number 2, watch your step. Running etiquette number 3, no whining.
Bottom 6th here at Pontiac Township High School on a beautiful spring day as the Indians lead at 5-3. First pitch strike as Molly Benner deals to Jordan Johns. The center fielder struck out in the 3rd inning. Had an RBI double in the 4th. Was also rung up at home on a nice throw from Broyles to Phillips to end the 4th inning.
And Jordan Johns and the Pontiac Indians will look to build on their lead here in the late innings.
Johns fouls that one back off the fence, so now 1-2, and head coach Nicole Ropp is giving Johns little hitting instructions here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Molly Benner gets back in the circle. The 1-2 pitch is low for ball 2.
There's that changeup working low and away. Smart pitch there after one foul straight back. Catch the hitter off balance.
And the junior hits one into left field. That's going to be high, but caught as Kendra Broyle snags that one for the first out of the inning. Check out the replay here. Is that one just under? She got under that one, I should say, and Broyle's able to get up before the out. So now Maddie Jacobs steps in. Jacobs so far grounded out to 3rd, had a single in the 4th inning. The senior plans to attend ISU, where she will study nursing.
The Redbirds.
Jacobs, one of 6 seniors on this Pontiac varsity softball roster as they get ready for postseason play, which is right around the corner. And that ball smacked right at the 3rd baseman over the first for the out. A nice play there by Michaela Greenwood as she was able to snag that in the glove over to Shelby Schmitz for the out. Out number 2 of this inning.
And as you said, regionals are right around the corner for these two teams. They'll find themselves in the same regional. Pontiac, the 4th seed, and Streator, the 3rd seed in the Streator regional.
Benner finds first pitch strike over to Katie Duffy. Duffy so far grounded out to 3rd in the 3rd inning, also popped out to left in the 5th inning. She's in trouble. 0-2 in this count.
And besides that one inning, Benner really settling down, kind of back in her groove once again.
Just outside now, 1-2. You mentioned that Streator Regional. And we see these teams maybe getting a little preview of what's to expect as far as the teams that will be in that regional.
Definitely, both teams could see themselves finding each other once again down the road.
Benner gets a strikeout, her second of the day. Streator will look to come up in the 7th inning. They need 2 runs as they trail 5-3 here on MC 22.
Running etiquette.
7, the rally caps will be on for the Streator Bulldogs, trailing 5-3 here at Pontiac High School.
Streator just looking something to get started here as they need the 2 runs to tie.
Julie Hogan getting things started with the strike. She has 4 Ks on the afternoon.
Hogan trying to make quick work of the inning, but Streator has other ideas. A little patience here in the final inning.
Shayna Phillips, the pitcher, steps in. Sorry, that's Madison Benner that has stepped in, the pinch hitter for Shayna Phillips. Benner, a junior. Of course, related to Molly Benner, the pitcher. And that one hit over the head of the pitcher. Julie Hogan into center field, so the pinch hitter, Madison Benner, gets on base with a single.
Great job coming off the bench cold and getting on base here in the 7th. Benner hitting 300. Gotta imagine that's what made it easy for the coach to put her in there, and she did her job getting on base.
And now Shayna Phillips will be the pinch runner for Madison Benner over at first base, as you see her there. So they're kind of teaming up here. The Streator Bulldogs Ball Club teaming up to get a runner on the bases.
Just looking to get a couple of runners on, just trying to get something started.
Kendra Broyles, the number 8 hitter, steps in now, and she gets some instructions from head coach Kelly Coons. And now Broyles will step in. She grounded out to short in the 2nd and struck out in the 4th.
And for Streator here, you gotta imagine they're gonna make Hogan come to them with strikes. Want to start off early, pitching a ball there, but want to get ahead in the count.
Showed bump, pulled back, so count now 2-0 to Kendra Broyles. See Shayna Phillips on first, leading off. And a strike in there, now to count 2-1. Kendra Broyles will be counted upon to at least move the runner over.
Get that runner in a scoring position, and for Pontiac, you just want to get that first out.
That ball hit into left field as it gets by the third baseman who was playing up. And just like that, Streator's got runners on first and second, no outs.
And like you said, third baseman playing up there worked out just the way Streator almost had written it. Show bunt a couple of times, get that third baseman to come in.
So Jessica Zavada steps in, the lefty with a chance to do some damage here in the 7th inning as she lays a bunt down, a throw over to first, runners advance to 2nd and 3rd, and a nicely executed sacrifice bunt there by Jessica Zavada. Top of the order now coming up as Emily Murray will bat. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. You see previous play where the runners advanced on the sac bunt by Savada.
And Streator has their runners in scoring position, tying run on 2nd.
A base hit could tie this ball game up.
Murray, a .258 hitter on the season, but all it takes is 1 here.
That ball is strike. They throw down to 3rd, and she's called safe. So as you mentioned, Kendra Broyles, who was singled in this inning, represents the tying run at 2nd. And Julie Hogan deals. That ball bunted, and that's going to be thrown away. So 1 run is time, she's safe, and we have a tie ball game here, folks, as a little misstep as far as execution by the Pontiac defense, and Streator's tied this ball game. So you see here on the replay, she lays down the bunt, throw home is wide. That allows 2 runs to score on the error, and the runner advances to second.
And good effort there by Pontiac, but with the suicide squeeze on that Streator was running, can't imagine the runner was going to be out at home, and the ball gets away, which allows the second one. But they can still get out of this inning with a tie ball game, and that's the goal right now.
So now if you're Streator, you're thinking of maybe taking the lead in this contest. Still 1 out. Emily Murray representing the go-ahead run at second. And my, how things have changed here in the 7th.
Streator's executed very well on all that's been asked and done so far as substitutions and sacrifices.
Zoe Smith stands in 1 for 2 in the afternoon, a single in the first inning, a walk in the third, and then she flied out in the 5th. That one called a strike, so the count now 1-2. Zoe Smith, the center fielder, stands in. You see the tying run there, or the go-ahead run, excuse me, sitting on second. Smith stands in, now the delivery from Hogan. That one fouled back, so we'll do it again.
And Smith coming in today looking for that first RBI on the year, and what bigger one than the one that stands on second right now is the potential go-ahead run in this contest.
One out here, top of the 7th. Hogan delivers. And that one hits short over the first for the out. So 2 outs in the inning as Murray advances over to third on the throw. And now the go-ahead run just a few feet away for Streator.
Go-ahead run on third, and in steps Molly Benner, the pitcher for Streator, and the 2 counterparts from Pontiac and Streator will go to battle here. Benner with a chance to give herself the lead in the 7th.
An off-speed pitch high and outside for ball 1. My, how the opportunities arise for the pitcher who surrendered the lead, but now has a chance to get the lead back at the plate.
Exactly. Just that one rough inning, and I'm sure she'd like nothing more than to knock this run in and get right back out there and get 3 quick outs.
That ball fouled back off the fence, so now the count 1-2 to Molly Benner. Molly was cruising in this contest until the 4th inning. Streator led 3-0, but then Pontiac scored 4 runs in the 4th, 1 in the 5th to take a 5-3 lead, but back comes Streator here in the 7th. 2 runs to tie the ball game up, and now the opportunity for the pitcher to give the Lady Bulldogs the advantage.
Hogan and Becca Lee, her battery mate, talking how they're going to pitch this one.
Coming outside, 2-2 the count.
Hogan not wanting to give in to her counterpart, Molly Benner. She looks to get that final out.
That ball hit over the short, takes an awkward hop, and Benner's going to reach safely. Scoring on the play is Emily Murray, and now Streator takes the lead 6-5. As you see the replay here, she tried to backhand it and took a awkward hop over her glove. And Streator leads this contest 6-5 as you see Murray cross home plate. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Strike 1 as Julie Hogan has surrendered the lead. That's Michaela Greenwood who steps in. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Grounded out to third, grounded out to the pitcher, and also grounded out to third again in the 5th inning.
And Greenwood just looking to extend this inning with 2 outs, get that next batter up, because that batter is number 3, Shelby Schmitz, who has done damage against Hogan here today.
foul, pitches back off the fence as she looks to fight. Down 0-2 in the count to Julie Hogan. And we mentioned these two teams headed for the same postseason destination, the Streator Regional. And they're battling here in Pontiac this afternoon. That ball popped up. First base side. It's going to be out of play. Fans got out of the way. And we'll do it again.
These teams will be joined by LaSalle, Peru, Ottawa, and Morris. And an early preview here today. Been a good contest so far.
To the count. Julie Hogan facing Kelly Greenwood. That ball hit deep. Foul. So Michaela Greenwood out in front of one there. She continues the battle in the box. Take a couple practice swings there. She'll step right in and try and do it again. 0-2 delivery from Hogan. And that ball, once again, foul, headed for the parking lot. And just misses the car.
And Hogan, once again, up in the count 0-2. Greenwood fouling off some pitches. But with Hogan being in that pitcher's count of 0-2, maybe look for her to see if Greenwood will chase here. She's been around the zone a little bit on these foul balls.
0-2 delivery again. Outside, 1-2. Trying to give her a different look there. She's been up, she's been in. Now she goes outside, just off the plate. 1-2 with the outspeed pitch over the third. Now to first for the out. So Pontiac will come to bat in the bottom of the seventh inning, needing a run to tie, 2 to win. You're watching high school softball here on FC 22. In the pitcher's circle. And a 2-1 delivery. That ball hit right back at Benner over the first for the outs. And Benner gets the better of that battle.
And Benner 3 for 3 today on fielding her position. Once again, she does a great job getting that first out in the inning. Look to go from here and closing this one out, finishing what she started.
Win picking up a bit as Katie Kuska lines one to left field. Got a one out to left fielder. So Kuska gets on base and she represents the tying run. And now Emily Wirtz will step up to the plate. As you see the replay, Kuska does not hesitate. Takes the pitch she likes and rips one into left field.
And a reliable hitter up for Pontiac here, Emily Wirtz.
All outside. You see the wind has picked up a little bit. As we mentioned, it's been blowing in all day. It died down during the middle innings when Pontiac did their damage, but it's picked up when Pontiac needs a run the most to tie this ball game up. That ball sent into right center field. That'll drop for a single. Denardi's gonna go to third. She's safe. Kuska's safe. Kuska's safe at third. Wirtz safe at second. And it's a one-out double
And
for Emily Wirtz.
And heads up base running, like you said, on that double. With the throw going to third, Wirtz takes second, gives herself the go-ahead run in scoring position.
That's right, as you mentioned, Kuska, the tying run, the winning run, now standing at second. As we see Kuska safe there at third. And now it's up to Rebecca Lee. We have a meeting at the mound as Streator head coach Kelly Coons will give some instructions to her pitcher and her infielders on what to do. As the cleanup hitter Rebecca Lee will be the next hitter for the Pontiac Indians. Donnie Tillman, Clayton Carr here from Pontiac High School. We've seen a good one. Streator got off to an early lead, but the Indians roared back. Streator came through in the seventh inning. Now it's Pontiac's turn to see what they can do. If they can keep this game going,
And you gotta imagine,
win it.
yeah, and you gotta imagine Streator's talking about how to pitch Becca Lee, the cleanup hitter, 405 on the year average with 20 RBIs. Of course, those stats going into today. And she's got a chance to add 2 to that RBI category, 2 big runs in scoring position.
Head coach Nicole Roth giving Becca Lee some instructions. Last 2 at-bats for Lee have turned out to be RBI hits. A pitch, a ball. 1-0 to Becca Lee. 2 for 3 in the afternoon, as I mentioned. She popped out to right field in the second inning. An RBI double in the fourth, an RBI single in the fifth. 1-0 is high, now 2-0 to Becca Lee. She turns to get the sign, and now she'll step back in, facing Molly Benner. Looking for the win this afternoon for Streator. 2-0 delivery in there for a strike.
Those first few pitches, somewhat working around Lee, but coming back there with a strike. The on-deck hitter, I believe, is Julie Hogan. And if she were to get up and give the counterparts once again.
And Becca Lee swung at ball number 3, stepping across to try and get some contact. Fouls that one off the fence, so now it's 2-2. As Molly Benner gets the ball, heads back to the circle, and trying to figure out how to get out of this inning.
The catcher, Streator, almost lining up in the left-handed batter's box on that pitch.
That ball hit down the first base line, just fouled, and you mentioned the catcher for Streator, Shayna Phillips, almost in the left-handed batter's box awaiting the pitch. And somehow, some way, Becca Lee's able to stretch over and just get a piece of that ball.
Just throwing her hands at it, trying to go the other way.
That ball shot back up the middle. 1 run's going to score. Coming home is Emily Warsu safe. And that'll be the ball game as Pontiac rallies to win this contest 7-6 over the Streator Bulldogs. What a way to come back for Becca Lee. A couple of outside pitches, but she's able to stretch and get a walk-off 2-run single. And both teams will shake hands. Both teams headed to the same playoff destination. What a game here in Pontiac. Streator got off to a 3-zip lead early on. The Indians came back with 4 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth to make it 5-3. And then it was Streator coming back to take the lead, but Pontiac gets 2 in the seventh as they take the contest 7-6 over the Streator Bulldogs. From Pontiac High School, for Clayton Carr, I'm Donnie Tillman. So long for girls high school softball here on MC 22.
Ever wonder what it takes to build a 5-high pyramid on water ski?